Hello everybody and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. Today we're on the map Gasbag Grabens and it's a bit of a weird 2v2 we have today. So as we press F5 to get back out of this, we can see that it is Coochie and X Factor versus Hellshound and Blowdeer. But you're going to look at the minimap and be like, wait a minute, where is the other two players? Well, this seems to be a single commander fight where there is only one commander on each side, so it looks like it's a 1v1 here. But once the players start getting units out, we'll notice something a little different from normal. You can see X Factor's mouse here going, Coochie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that. Move this over here. Do this now, quick. But basically what we're going to see here is Coochie and Blowdeer, who is on the opposite side, basically probably focusing mostly on eco, and then X Factor and Hellshound are going to be facing off with the combat units that they produce. So a interesting game type actually. In 2v2s I could see this working actually pretty well. It's definitely a different sort of way of playing. It's like playing a 1v1 still, because you've still got the same like build power and the same commander total, but you're just instead having some additional like APM added to you for all the combat side of things. And you can see here actually that the combat units have been gifted to X Factor straight away as soon as they come out of the factory. So X Factor getting the first combat units on the field. As we switch over on the opposite side of the map, Blowdeer yet to get a single combat unit out. He has two cons starting to expand, one con in base. He has built a lot of solars, which on this map here with a max of 16 energy, there's interesting to see quite so many solars being built. 4 cons total for Blowdeer before starting to get combat units out, and you can see again they've been given straight away. This definitely has to be some kind of mod mode that they've got on, which is gifting this straight away, because I sincerely doubt that both of the two eco players are manually giving these cons straight away. Not cons, sorry. Combat units, should we say. So we'll see how this goes. It's definitely going to be different. Coochie is at the OS disadvantage, but realistically right now it's nothing to do with that, because he's just doing eco. Saying that, he has massively stalled as he builds this con turret, managing to get the wind back up and the solar back up. Kind of surprised that the combat player doesn't have the commander. Coochie planning to take this high heal, build a bot lab up there, which is a very valuable option. And then on the opposite side here, we see no one really making a move for the high ground at the bottom. It does seem like Blowdeer is planning that. Maybe we should have the camera on the combat players. Might help you see micro a bit better there. Solar lab, not solar, sorry, air lab was chucked down here in an attempt to body block and defend the units. It did its job. For those that don't know, if a blueprint gets placed down, obviously it has some health in it, so it's going to help kind of stop some shots. But also on top of that, it's even if you don't use it, it's going to end up kind of going back to normal, because a blueprint slowly deposits the metal back inside of your economy over time. Grunt only managing to get a single metal extractor and exposing the weak point up here. I'm glad this has been added now so that units don't just get over here automatically. As we look on the other side here, these tentacle plants need to be destroyed first before you can move through that hill, so it's a little bit of notice at least. Now, both players are Cortex, as we can see here. Army value is, it says actually significantly more for Team Red, which is accurate here, because X Factor has a whole 6 grunts to stave off. Oh, I can't speak today. 11, with more on their way out. And this eco area is getting built up a lot. I'm surprised he's not building more metal extractors, to be honest. Not metal extractors. Oh, yeah. These here. And he's building no combat units. I'm thinking he's waiting for this to be built. But X Factor is unable to really do anything right now. And as this force marches up, it's going to be a bit tough. X Factor is poverty gaming right here with just these 4 grunts. He's got a whole total of 5 grunts to micro. That's all he has. And the army value difference is humongous now. 300% difference. And self-destruct on LOT. Managed to take all of them out but 1 grunt. That is a tremendous self-destruct. You don't often see the self-destruct of LLTs go successfully, but that one did. Very, very well done. Aircraft lab has been spotted though due to that grunt, so the red team is going to know that that's coming. But just look at the huge amount of thugs marching out from this factory. Blodir yet to transition to any form of air himself, and Hellshound is doing a good job at holding pressure in the center of the map. We can just see how far Blodir has managed to push forward. And Kuchi still behind on the metal extractors. Hasn't got this geo here, but nor is his opponent. And down... actually, about the same metal extractors. It's getting close. Shurikens come in. Don't do that well, to be honest, versus Grunts. Done a decent job, but Grunts can shoot them down relatively effectively. More effective versus the thugs that are now marching out. But with AA already down in the middle here, it's going to make it difficult for Shurikens to take effect. Air starting coming out from Blodir, but Blodir going for 2 bombers into a bunch of fighters. Maybe see the first constructor loss of the game. X Factor managing to get 2 cons here. And does a decent job at keeping hold of this high ground. There's no res bots or anything here to keep these guys healed up. But as these blue X Factor grunts march into an LLT, they are not going to get anywhere, which is a big shame as these guys have to fall back. Bugs using this high ground advantage to decent effect, he says, as one has been killed and nothing's really cancelled it. Bomber and fighters out from both players. 2 fighters, 2 bombers rather, from Hellshound here. Already getting shot down though before they're even able to do anything. That's very unfortunate, but the thugs marching their way up the hill into an armed metal extractor, and that will defend it pretty well. EMPs on the LLT here, but still just not enough units to push through. But the bomber. Getting a single metal extractor. Definitely not worth. Resbot's now supporting the blue thug ball here, which is definitely what was needed to help these guys march forward. You can see that the army of Hellshound is looking weaker and weaker as time goes by. Resbot's doing their job at keeping things alive. I mean, he is now slowly marching into an LLT wall, which will lose 1 thug still, but trading pretty well into this. Hellshound did have an advantage, and now the Shurikens are coming in, doing enough to whittle down this thug ball that Hellshound had in the center. And now we can see the resbots are just going to eat up all of that metal, which goes straight to his teammate. Now, interestingly enough, X Factor is continuing to march these into Blodir, but was going to say, now with no air superiority, the shurikens and fighters are shutting that down very quick. Tech 2. Oh, this is a ballsy play here from Kuchi. Tech 2 air coming out in the back line, getting up that economy as quick as possible. Already getting the Geo. Is that the advanced Geo, it looks like? No, it's the standard Geo, 300 energy. That would be a bad move to upgrade that. You just lose your entire base. Also, with this force here, that's just like, eh. So very, very ballsy play. We have X Factor holding on, playing defensive with literally as much as he's got. There is nothing stopping this force on the bottom from marching straight through. And right now, there's not even anything in the main base here to stop this either. Now, as soon as this fighter comes across, Tech 2 unit detected will be the notification that the red team will have just gotten. And they know that it's Tech 2 air, which is a very, very interesting move. He needs to make use of this very quick before his opponent just gets way too many fighters. And there's no Tech 1 air left anymore either, so there's no additional shurikens coming out here. Self-destruct plan from Hellshound of all these units because he knows he's not going to get any further. Denying that metal. Very, very interesting choice there. Blowdeer here has gone for Tech 2 bots, which is a lot more expected. Going Tech 2 air is a really, really interesting choice. Oh, the Tech 2 fight is going to be enough. No, is the answer. As all of the gunships are going to get shot down here. Single fighter left. 1v2. Oh, and the last Tech 2 fighter comes out. Manages to save the very, very last gunship. But this is a really funny play as a air transport is transporting a twin guard whilst the fight goes on in the center here. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Quick. Quick. He's reacted way too slow. Ah, that would have been funny. If he dropped it there, could have taken out all the full metal extractors. Oh, here we go. Bedbugs on their way out. The X Factor army of Tech 1 is starting to pile up considerably here. There's no res bots behind, though, that's really helping keep this stuff afloat. But X Factor pushing in into the twin guards. And this is going to be a lot of reclaim to eat. 2k metals worth of reclaim. All the numbers are in the blue at the moment. Metal produced 15k, 15% difference, which actually only adds up to about 5k metal. Bedbug trying to get in. Takes out 3. Still a fairly decent bedbug hit there, but now with Sheldons making their way out, these thugs are going to lose their viability very, very quickly. And the gunships, I mean, the gunships are gunships. They're okay, but he doesn't really have the air superiority needed in order to do this. And just losing Tech 2 gunships left and right. I honestly feel like the Tech 2 air may have been a bit of a mistake here. Right now, X Factor is just trying to buy some time, make some dents wherever he can. But Sheldons are gonna be a problem. And the problem is as well is, I mean, how's his eco looking? Could he not just build another air lab and just go Tech 1 fighters out of it instead? I mean, Tech 2 will win out eventually, but he doesn't have the superiority just yet. Oh, here we go. Tech 2 bot lab on the north side. But is it going to get built in time, though? That's the question. As he's also building Tech 2 metal extractor there. Tech 2 metal extractor there. This one actually never got finished. There we go. Now it's getting finished off. And Blowdeer is airdropping in sumos for Hellshound to control rather than having them walk the long way. This Geo has actually been turned to an advanced Geo, which is an interesting choice. X-Factor sacking most of his fighters there into an AA wall. But he... Oh. For the air transport drop, which does happen. What value that's actually going to achieve, I don't quite know. But it is going to do something, I guess. It will kill the Tech 1 Geo. Which is now just going to get dropped by a sumo. Oh, it did get it in time, though. I mean, I guess it's kind of opened up a path here, maybe, but still. Kuchi losing ground, though, this Tech 2 transition. A little bit behind what it needs to be. Bedbug gets intercepted. Fiends are trying to be kept at bay, but Sheldon's pounding these thugs. Unable to respond to any of this, and the sumos now starting to march forward. There needs to be careful. A Spybot coming out, which will help. Spybot accompanied by Bedbugs in the rear. That's exactly what you need. Strap bombers dropping bombs on the Fiends. EMP goes off. Will it be enough? Will the Bedbug get in? Oh, gets some of them, but still 2 Sheldons left. More sumos on their way in. More gunships being made as well. And Tech 1 spam coming out in the form of grunts to try and field for the Sheldons to absorb a bit of the damage, I guess. More bedbugs on their way in. They're going to be difficult to get past the sumos. You see how quickly the sumos take out these bedbugs. Able to get that one though, but still 2 left. And now the Tech 2 line is a bit open here. Needs to be careful. There is a sizable air force brewing on this top side here. These large amount of grunts. I mean, I'm going to be able to get through that many LLTs. Are these just normal walls? Yes. Staggered walls being built to try and slow down the Tech 2. There's nothing really stopping these guys just marching over except for this air, though. It looks like air is going to be the play to try and win the match. Will it be enough? That is a good question. Ground is being lost constantly here by the blue team. Let's see if the air manages to win out. Fighters going in. Strap bomber making its way through. Does not manage to drop its bombs in time. And Tech 2 AA coming out from the bot lab. Be enough to shut down this Tech 2 attack. Not even managing to get a single Tech 2 metal extractor. Just not the call. Not the right choice. Gunship's going to have to fall back now, but no damage really dealt here. He managed to take out a construction bot that was building this, which it may decay in time. Yep, there we go. So 1 Tech 2 metal extractor killed. For all of that, not really worth it. Tech 2 Air also now being produced by Bloder as well, as we see him going for more air transports to move the mammoths. And I don't know, what can he do to counter this? I mean, dragons would work, but obviously dragons are ridiculously expensive, and he needs the units right now. EMP bot was not enough to EMP the sumos. And he's just getting forced further and further back. Mammoths also now coming out from the green team, but is it going to be a little too late? Tech 2 Aircon about to get killed here as well. Oh dear. And as the sumos march their way in, attempting to build blueprints here to stop them, but the wolves are now actually blocking the friendly units from getting back and helping. Wolves have gotten destroyed, but it may be too late. X Factor trying to surround the sumos. Kuchi's comp getting in position to D-gun the sumos on the top. Great D-gun, managing to get 3 sumos with a single D-gun. And the grunt swarm now continuing on. There is a single bed bug in the middle of this army, which if that goes up, this entire army down the bottom will get killed. But these grunts have been able to do what the air power could not, and that's do sizable damage. 2 Tech 2 metal extractors destroyed. Make that an extra one. That was a self-destruct there. That was a big mess up, really. Losing 4 metal extractors, that's a humongous loss. And now 2 sumos versus 27 grunts. Mammoths being airdropped to the front line. 2 of them are already there for the red team. Blue team with only 1 so far. And they are making their way up to the Tech 2 bot lab. Mammoth just happened to actually be in the right position here to deal with that. No anti-nuke yet from either team. Kuchi still doubling down on the gunships here, which is interesting. I do wonder in this situation if they've basically been like, all right, what forces do you want? And I'll build them. That may be the case, and maybe it's X Factor is the one that's actually asking for the gunships, because if he does have air superiority, gunships will not be doing too bad versus the sumos or the mammoths. And now Tech 3 starting here for the blue team, and actually already halfway there for the yellow team. So blue team has definitely been pushed right back. Air coming in, trying to focus down the AA so that the gunships can do their work. Fighters get in the way as well to try and block some of the shots and to deal with any fighters that make their way across. And here they come. But there are significantly less blue fighters than there are red, and the skies are now clear for the red team to continue on. And now the march of the mammoth will do its job as it slowly makes its way to the Tech 3 lab, which will not get finished in time. And I think this is it for the blue team. I don't see a way of them bringing this back. Kuchi's com going for the D-gun. That's about all he's got the option to do. Kuchi's com not cloaked yet, though. Trying to delay this, but looking at the top side, look at the amount of grunts making their way in. These guys will get the advanced geo on the top. Oh, the explosion actually took out the other grunts. That's tremendous. Oh, well now, yeah, this is definitely it. Yep, Kuchi knows it's it. Units have managed to make their way around the back of the eco. And GG. Very interesting game mode. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. All right. let me know what you guys thought of that. It was definitely interesting. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all next time.